What if I told you that more than half of the preparedness videos that you watch aren't even real? You probably think that I'm exaggerating, but I am not. There are literally thousands, if not tens of thousands, of AI-generated prepper channels, unmanned machines pumping out hundreds of videos a day. And the scary part of all of this is you probably don't even know it. What if these AI content farms are just part of a larger system that is purposely feeding you fake prepping advice, making up fake emergencies, and doing fake gear reviews just to make a quick buck off of your fears? Or worse, trick us into being less prepared than we think we are, or over-prepared for something that may never happen. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify these AI channels, what gives them away, and how to tell if what you're watching is real or not. And trust me, it's a lot harder than you think it is, and you're probably going to be very surprised that many of you, my loyal followers, also follow these AI-generated channels. We're going to learn what we can do to fight back against this barrage of fake content and look at how far this technology has already gone, not just here on YouTube, but on all social media, and not just online, because AI isn't just limited to your computer or your phone. It's now in completely AI-driven military aircraft, like the ones recently built by Shield AI. Make no mistake about it. This is real life. This is a real threat and a real danger, and something that we should all be incredibly concerned about. My name's Will, and to me, preparedness isn't only about surviving the end of the world, it's about who we are and what we're made of. I prepare to live, and I live to prepare. I am a prepared citizen. AI is changing everything that we know about preparedness. It isn't about staying ready anymore, it's about maintaining readiness in a world that's constantly evolving. These aren't fringe cases or hypothetical scenarios. This is just the reality we live in from the content we consume, the tools we rely on. AI is reshaping what it means to be prepared. Because when it comes to survival, information is power, and misinformation can be deadly. Did you guys like that? Did that sound normal to you? I had ChatGPT write that for me. And that's the first sign that you can tell if something has been generated by AI. Now, it may not be a video, it just might be a script that some YouTuber or influencer is reading off of a teleprompter. Sometimes it's even a politician, and I always catch it every single time. Anytime that you hear a phrase like, "It's not about this, it's about that," or "This isn't about blank, it's about blank," it is a 100% guarantee that it was written, in fact, by AI. AI voices are way too clean. There's no rhythm. There's no what we call breath. Absolutely no imperfection. The pitch never wavers. There's no words to stumble on, kind of like I do in every single one of my videos. AI writing always sounds extremely balanced and polite. AI can't purposely offend anybody. You'll hear all this kind of repetition and repetitious phrases that sound important, but if you stop and think about it, they don't actually mean anything at all. They're just filling time instead of adding value. That's kind of one of the key things with AI and AI channels. AI doesn't get mad or sarcastic or amused. It just keeps talking. That's why all of these channels sound the same. They never show you any actual experience or frustration or humor. What I'm trying to say is that the tone of the video never changes. Now let's talk about these AI content farms. What exactly is an AI content farm? Basically, it's a factory that uses artificial intelligence to pump out massive amounts of videos or news articles or social media posts with almost no human involvement. A program writes the script, and another generates the voice, and another one picks free or stock footage, or they just generate their own AI images. These farms exist purely to make money or to start trouble. A single AI content farm can flood YouTube and other social media with 50,000 videos in a single hour. The result is a non-stop stream of information that buries real news articles, informational creators, and tries to confuse you so that you can't tell what's real anymore. Have you guys ever seen a preparedness video like this one?
It's not the big dramatic moment that gets you. It's the Tuesday afternoon when you realize the pharmacy has been closed for 3 weeks and your kid needs antibiotics.
Or what about this one?
Today we're tackling something that goes beyond just basic survival. It's about honing your instincts, reading situations accurately, and taking steps to protect yourself and the people you care about.
What did you guys notice about those two videos? The voices are different, but it's all stock footage. The footage comes from one or two free websites called pixabay.com or pexels.com. So don't just focus on what we call in the business as a voiceover. Take a look at imagery that just doesn't match up with what the person is saying.
While the quiet introvert down the street may find a sense of purpose by volunteering to help others, it's not always the people carrying firearms who pose the biggest threat. Sometimes it's the manipulative opportunists.
The old woman with her hands over her face, or those two weird-looking nurses, or whoever the hell they were, it doesn't even fit into what's being said in the video. It's just filler. And if you notice, both of those channels ask you to check out the products in the description. And that leads me into that description. I know it's a huge pain in the ass to scroll down through someone's description, but at the bottom, you're going to see this. Now, YouTube requires that all channels that heavily use artificial intelligence disclose that. But what does this actually mean? It means nothing. These channels that are here, both on YouTube and other social media, are still making money. I'm going to show you all something that I have never shown a single human being outside of my household. And I can guarantee you that no other preparedness channel that uses the same tools that I do has ever shown you. Take a look at this. How absolutely insane is this? Up to $14,000 a month. I think we can all agree that money can buy power. So who's to say that the money that these AI content farms are generating isn't going to some kind of nefarious business dealings? Like telling you what to buy, products made by the same exact company that then they're flogging on their YouTube channel for you to purchase on some random link that could have a virus. They make more money, they become more powerful, and the next thing you know, they're buying an election. What literally scares the shit out of me is the amount of human interactions on these videos. You might think that a lot of the views and comments come from AI or other AI-generated farms, but you'd be wrong. I took over 50 screenshots of the comment section from an AI preparedness channel, and I uploaded these same exact screenshots into ChatGPT and asked it to do, at its best ability, identify which comments were AI. The results were this. 95% of approximately 600 comments are human interaction. This is some really scary stuff. AI channels across all social media literally have the power to influence you because we don't know that we're being duped. So I guess the question you may be asking yourself right now is, what the hell can we do about any of this? There's only one way, and it's to cut off the revenue of these channels. If you don't watch, if you don't comment, then these algorithms on social media are not going to promote that video. If the AI content farms don't make money, they're not going to produce videos. We're literally funding our own destruction. Now, I should mention that from time to time, I do use AI, and there is some AI content that I do enjoy, like those musical mashups. AI is a very useful tool for me in my business. I use it to craft some legally binding contracts, and it does it in seconds. AI can be used to create custom filters for some of my videos. There are many benefits to artificial intelligence, but what happens when that artificial intelligence goes too far? What happens when the movies become reality? Friends and community members, let me introduce you to Shield AI. This is some real Skynet shit right here. Folks, the focus of this company is to develop autonomous aircraft, an AI system for the military and defense departments. Their core technology is what they call a hive mind. So pretty much self-driving, self-piloting software that allows drones and aircraft to operate without GPS, standard communications, or even a human operator. According to their company, their AI systems can control either a single aircraft or coordinate groups of aircraft to perform reconnaissance or strike missions. And what do you know? Their primary client is the United States Department of Defense, including the Air Force, the Navy, and SOCOM. They have been collaborating with Boeing and Trexan for integrating their hive mind into existing platforms. Take a look at this. This is the VBAT and the XBAT, which are their newest AI-driven jets. This jet is capable of flying completely autonomously in extremely complex and congested airspace. The XBAT is what we call a VTOL, or vehicle takeoff and landing aircraft. That means no runway is required. The range on this friggin' aircraft is 2,000 nautical miles. It's approximately 26 feet long and has a 36-foot wingspan. Now, this aircraft can be launched from ships, islands, a friggin' trailer, or even some type of AI-controlled container. The speed of this aircraft is still classified, but we can assume that it can travel at least at the speed of sound. Shield AI describes this as a multi-role platform, meaning it could perform reconnaissance, surveillance, or initiate some kind of a strike. The payload for these aircraft are also classified, but I think that we have to assume that these planes would have the capability of carrying some type of a nuclear weapon. Now, I'm not saying that we should be completely and totally paranoid, but some concern, I think, is warranted. We use AI as an assistant, for instance, ChatGPT. This is going to be controlled AI warfare. Think about that for a moment. AI-controlled warfare. Now, for me, that raises the question of accountability and decision-making in certain types of lethal situations. Who's going to control the AI? We're already being fooled and duped by AI on social media, so who's not to say that AI could not become so smart that it could fool us into launching some type of a nuclear strike, and who's to say that AI couldn't just perceive humans as a threat to its own existence and wipe us out completely? This kind of sounds like the plot of a movie, doesn't it?
I'll be back.
Now, there's also a company called Andruil Industries. This particular company deals in software-defined autonomous systems. They want to give our soldiers the tactical edge. Lattice is their software, and it's pretty friggin' cool. And what it is it's a sensor fusion and command control platform that takes cameras and radar and drones and all kinds of other sensors to create a unique battlefield picture for the AI. It gives AI-assisted options to its humans, and it is designed to connect and task autonomously with air, sea, and ground systems to prioritize data alerts. And then it goes one step further and recommends what actions we humans should take. Now, I personally think that one of their cooler systems is called Eagle Eye. You're seeing it here. Now, this integrates with their Lattice system, and it provides location awareness, some sensor overlays, and mission data at the individual warfighter level. Now, that effectively turns soldiers into a networked AI-augmented node. And that's pretty cool for our soldiers, but you know damn well this is going to be used against us. Now, Andruil was founded by the same guy who created Oculus. I think we all know what Oculus is. And I think that that guy was smart. And he just realized that there was far more money from the government than you and I buying some ridiculously ugly BS looking goggles. But it's the same basic principle. We're moving AI from being a desktop or mobile tool into a weapons system. Now, what bothers me the most about all this isn't necessarily the technology for me, it's about how fast we're handing over all of our control to these systems without even realizing it. Now, I'm sure you're aware, but there is no government oversight when it comes to AI. Supposedly, AI is there to make our lives easier and save time, but I don't actually think it does. Recent studies have shown that college students who constantly use AI are starting to lack cognitive abilities, which means it's making them stupider, and college students are already stupid. These AI channels are leading us down a dark path. They're going to start teaching human beings to just believe whatever they say, and we're not even going to question where this information is coming from. That is so incredibly dangerous. AI would say, preparedness has never been about convenience. It's about awareness, work, and experience. I did get that from ChatGPT. And I think I have to agree just a little bit. But we can't automate preparedness. So maybe the real SHTF that's coming for us, it's not going to be famine or nuclear war or social collapse. Maybe it's going to be us fighting ourselves. Maybe it'll be us living in such a fantasy world that we don't even realize or see what the real threat is. And that scares me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I really hope that maybe it opened your eyes to how much misinformation you're really being fed on this very platform. Remember, folks, the best time to prepare was yesterday, and the second best time is today. My name is Will. I'm the Prepared Citizen. We'll see you next time.